It was a cold and rainy afternoon. The sky was gray, and the sound of raindrops against the window filled the room with silence. A young girl sat there, staring outside with eyes full of sadness. Her notebooks lay scattered across the table, pages filled with notes, underlined words, and marks of her effort. Yet none of it felt enough. She whispered to herself, almost breaking into tears, "Why am I always failing? I study, I try, I put in effort every single day, but nothing seems to work. Maybe I'm just not good enough. Maybe success isn't for me." The next morning, determined to find answers, she walked to see her master, a wise man whose face carried the strength of a lion but the gentleness of a father. He lived in a small house near the forest, surrounded by trees that had grown tall through decades of time. The girl bowed respectfully and spoke with a heavy heart. "Master," she said, "I don't understand. I've worked so hard, but I still fail. Every time I try, I end up disappointed. I feel like giving up." The master listened quietly. His eyes were calm, as if they had already seen the struggles of countless souls before her. After a long pause, he picked up 2 small seeds from a wooden bowl on the table. Placing them in his palm, he said gently, "My child, success is like planting seeds. No matter how much water you pour, a seed will not become a tree overnight. You must wait patiently." He placed the seeds into her hands and continued, "One of these seeds will sprout quickly. You will see it grow within a day. But it will not live long. The other seed, however, will test your patience. You may not see anything for months. But if you continue to care for it, one day, it will grow into a giant tree that nothing can destroy." The girl nodded, though doubt still lived in her heart. She went home and planted the seeds in the garden. The very next morning, just as the master had said, one of the seeds sprouted. A tiny green shoot rose from the soil, reaching toward the sunlight. Her face lit up with excitement. "Master was right," she exclaimed. "The first seed is already growing. This must be the one that brings success." She watered it carefully every day, proud of how quickly it had appeared. But only a week later, her excitement turned into sorrow. The little plant turned brown, shriveled, and soon died completely. She knelt beside it with tears in her eyes. "Oh no, it's gone. I thought this was my success, but it disappeared so quickly." When she told her master, he simply smiled. "Do you see, my child? What grows too quickly often fades away just as fast. True strength takes time." Meanwhile, the second seed showed no sign of life. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, yet the soil looked the same, just dark earth, no sprout, no leaf, no sign of growth. Frustration filled her heart. She wanted to dig up the soil and check if the seed was even alive. More than once, she thought of abandoning it completely. One evening, she sat by the small patch of soil, speaking to herself, "Why should I keep waiting? Maybe this seed is useless. Maybe all my effort is wasted." But then she remembered her master's words, "True growth happens where the eyes cannot see." With a deep breath, she chose to keep waiting, to keep watering, even when hope seemed invisible. And then, one quiet morning, everything changed. As the sunlight touched the earth, she noticed something small yet powerful, a tiny green sprout pushing through the soil. Her heart leapt with joy. She ran to her master shouting, "It's alive. The second seed has grown." Quote, "The master looked at her with warmth and said, 'Yes. Though it took longer, this sprout is different. Its roots have been growing strong beneath the surface. What you could not see was the most important part. Now, it will grow into a tree that stands against storms, a tree with roots so deep that nothing can easily destroy it." Months passed. The little sprout grew taller, its trunk thicker, its roots spreading far into the ground. Unlike the fragile plant that had withered so quickly, this young tree stood steady, no matter the wind or the rain. The girl often sat beneath it, feeling its shade and strength. One day, she turned to her master and whispered, "Now I understand. Things that last take time. True success cannot be rushed. It's like this tree, it needed patience, time, and care to become strong." Her master smiled, his voice calm yet powerful. "Exactly, my child. Patience gives birth to strength. Every great dream, every strong tree, every wise soul, was built over time, not in a single day." Let's pause to learn English vocabulary from this story. Patience seed effort sprout roots strength example sentence. With patience and effort, a small seed can grow into a strong tree with deep roots and great strength. Now, let me ask you a simple quiz. What does the word patience mean? A. Anger. B. Waiting calmly. C. Success. Comment your answer below and test your English. The story of the two seeds is more than just about gardening. It is about life. In our modern world, we are taught to want everything instantly: fast food, fast money, fast success. But life does not work that way. The most meaningful things, love, wisdom, success, growth, all require patience. Patience is not simply waiting. It is waiting with faith. It is waiting with consistency. It is waiting with the belief that what you are doing will eventually grow, even if you cannot yet see the result. If you are struggling right now, feeling like nothing is changing, remember, your seed may be beneath the soil, invisible to the eye, but it is growing roots. And when the time is right, it will break through the ground, strong enough to stand against storms. When life feels slow, when your dreams seem far away, that is the exact moment you must keep believing, keep watering your seed with effort, and keep waiting with patience. Because patience may feel bitter at first, but its fruit is always sweet. So I ask you, what seed are you planting in your life right now? Is it a dream, a goal, a relationship, or maybe your own personal growth? Whatever it is, don't give up on it just because you don't see results immediately. Great things take time. If this story inspired you, leave a red heart in the comments. Tell us about the seed you are waiting for in your life. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more English learning stories with life lessons. Because sometimes, the most powerful way to learn English is not through books or grammar rules, but through stories that also teach us how to live. And remember, your life is just like that second seed. Even when nothing seems to happen on the outside, your roots are growing strong on the inside. Keep believing, keep waiting, and keep learning.